Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝗃𝗙𝗢𝗥, and... the fuck are you doing here?
I'm gonna here to touch your balls, boy.
That took 3 attempts, by the way. Here are the first 2, aka the outtakes. Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝗃𝗙𝗢𝗥, and... Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝗃𝗙𝗢𝗥, and...
You're right, man.
Just through the door.
Hey, you want me to burst in, don't you? I'm bursting in.
There we go.
God damn it, Ollie.
So, look who's here in my humble abode for the first time on camera.
Unfortunately, today is not the day I get to touch your balls, boy.
Right, okay. So, for the first time, we are both here in my house doing the intro for our next Out of the Cinema review, which we're about to go watch the film in about 2 hours' time, I think.
Yeah.
What are we watching?
The Backrooms.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be us two today. We're not meeting any of the other boys today, but, you know, two's better than one, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first with your before thoughts, or do you want to...
All I know is that, like, the Backrooms was, like, based on, like, an urban myth or something. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, there was this small content creator who I think he used Blender to create the Backrooms, which is, wow, incredible when I found that out. And honestly, to find out that he's 21 years old and that he's making this film kind of surprises me, to be honest. Which also kind of motivates me myself, to be honest, to create, like, my own films. Because, like, obviously I'm like a filmmaker. Like, one of my films is actually coming out, like, hopefully this month. But then again, I don't really, like I said, I don't have a lot of thoughts, to be honest, on this film, other than that, like, I'm surprised that, like, a 21-year-old has managed to, like, make this film, his own indie film, with his own style, out of something that he created, and I'm really proud of him.
Did you watch the original short film he did?
No. I saw clips. I actually saw clips, and I'm like,
we should watch it then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sure. We
can
watch it.
Tell you what.
We can watch it right after this.
Yeah. And then I guess we can talk about the short film briefly afterwards and be like compare, like, I mean, the differences of, like, the themes and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe stuff he incorporated from that into this new one. Maybe there's, like, themes or stuff. But we're gonna be outside in our usual place when we come out, because we probably won't have time to come back here and do our stuff because 𝑁𝕗 has a bus to catch. So but yeah, we're here in the meantime because, again, we have like 2 hours wait until the film, so we thought, well, we'd bring him over and we can play on my PlayStation for a bit. So yeah, but anyway, my before thoughts are yes now. I did watch the short film, but I don't mind watching it again with you. And it's very interesting. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, this is incredible, but it's kind of a very, very ambiguous, and I'm sure it was obviously intended to be quite an ambiguous experimental test for a film, because it seemed very ambitious, and yeah, it was very unique, and that's not a bad thing. Obviously, it's actually, yeah, unique in a good way, but yeah, I don't have very strong opinions on it. Not in a bad way again, and not necessarily in a super positive way either, but yeah, I'm interested to see, because again, like what 𝙁𝗃 just pointed out, is that it's great to see that he was able to finally realise this vision in a feature-length runtime. So, and obviously you got all the bloody controversy online saying that, oh, he didn't actually direct it, it was somebody else who did it for him. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. Yeah,
there was a lot of, like, backlash of, like, the fact that, oh, because he's so young, he's not experienced or whatever, and apparently, I'll have to show you in a bit, but yeah, there's a lot of, like, news articles and some videos, obviously people saying, oh yeah, by the way, Kane Parsons, is that his name, Kane Parsons?
I think so.
Kane Parsons. Yeah, apparently he got that backlash, which is a bit of a shame, because it's like, I mean, yeah, he's young, but doesn't mean being a young person, a young filmmaker isn't being that they're not going to be talented enough. But we'll see. We can only judge for ourselves when we go see it. So yeah, probably the shortest performance we've ever done, to be fair. But yeah, we will see you when we come out. So do you want to do the honours?
Roll the preview.
I found something in the store.
Okay. What did you find?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Keep up.
It only gets better.
You got the camera, right? Or you can borrow it again.
You still haven't told us what we're doing here, man.
I did tell you. Research.
What the fuck?
All these places and buildings, rooms, misremembering themselves. It's a real mess. But also beautiful. In a way. No?
Clark, where are we?
What a film.
So, I'm going to go first. Obviously, we've just got out, of course. I'm kind of a bit all over the place, to be honest. Wow, I mean, 𝑁𝕑𝗃, as we were walking out of the cinema, he was just like, this is going to be a very interesting film to talk about, or break down, whatever. And yeah, it's, especially immediately, like, without looking at other people's opinions and other people's interpretations, and like, because this is a very, again, it's ambitious, this film, it's very ambiguous, and it's not a very clear film. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think straight right now. But it's very interesting, to say the least. I was really liking maybe the first half of the film, and then the other half just went, I mean, and expectedly so, very, very odd, very strange. But I mean, it was very strange to begin with when all things popped off, but it just got even weirder, and you were questioning a lot of things. I don't know if I'm going to be doing like straight positives mixed negatives. I'll try to, but it's, again, because my mind's everywhere. Alright, okay, so alright, positives, of course, we'll do first. Cinematography was very good. I mean, I won't spoil too much, but I'll just briefly kind of set the scene, what's going on. So the first scene opens up kind of like the short film, if you haven't seen the short film. By the way, we didn't have time to watch the short film together that Kane Parsons did, but I had already seen it. 𝑁𝕑𝗃 hasn't, but from what I remember, the opening of this film, the feature film, is like the short film. First person, all the way through for the first like 4 or 5 minutes, where however long it is, that segment, and it's very 80s 90s-esque with the filter and everything, and the aspect ratio, like really good stuff for that side. And then it kind of goes to like normal aspect ratio, whatever you want to call it. So the bits I saw in the trailers, which looked like a normal, it wasn't going to be completely first person and all shaky and everything, which is kind of good, because if I had watched an hour and 50 minutes or however long this film is, then I feel like I would have been sick because it was just very disorientative and in a good way. But anyway, so cinematography is very good. Just the way that the camera moves and everything. I mean, like, even after the first opening scene where it looked less VHS-y, because obviously it was filmed, like kind of like the panning shots and the close-ups and the zoom-ins and everything, very, very eerie and just effective. Again, I'm trying to think of the right words and things right now, but yeah, the cinematography is very good. The performances, I can't pronounce, I don't want to butcher his first name, but the main guy, the guy who owns the furniture store.
Clark.
Yeah, but the actor, I mean.
Oh.
He has a very distinct name, but I don't want to butcher his name. But Clark, like Nerdy said, he's the main character. He's the guy who owns the furniture store. If you've seen the trailer, you know. And he's good, especially like you see him. There's a lot of emotions throughout his character. Again, no spoilers, but his character goes in a very weird direction by the end. But he was very good. Mary, again, I've forgotten the actress's name for her, but his psychiatrist, was also very good. I think she's Swedish or Norwegian, actress. I'll correct myself in the edit if I'm wrong, either of those two things. But she was good as well. And then you got Clark's colleague, or employee rather. I try to remember those two names, her and her boyfriend. Can't remember their names, but those two were good as well. They're more side characters, but yeah, I think Clark and Mary were like the they were the two main characters that we followed throughout the film. And again, Clark's employee, her character, I've forgotten her name, and also her boyfriend were side characters, and they did good. They did good for what they were given. What else? Trying to think of what else. I think the sound design is also very eerie, especially at the beginning of the film. I mean, it's pretty creepy throughout the film, but especially when you're in the Backrooms area, that dimension, whatever you want to call it, is very eerie, and again, it's effective. Again, I'm trying to find the words. The whole story of, Clark is obviously he's a psychiatrist, therapist, Mary, and even she has problems as a character in the film, which is interesting. But it kind of, the questionable and strange thing that they wrapped up this film, and obviously I'm not going to try and spoil it because even I'm a bit like confuddled with what happened. And ambiguous endings, open endings aren't always bad. It's just when you're kind of thinking, I mean, maybe I do need to think on it. It's like when you immediately come out and you're kind of questioning things, it's kind of difficult to really put it into words. So I'm not going to go into further than that, but their stories and their characters and where they go is very interesting. I do think the way they executed the Backrooms location, apparently they shot it in Canada, I think, Colombia. Again, I'll correct myself in the edit if I'm wrong, but it's somewhere in Canada, I believe. Again, I might be wrong, but the way they recreated the Backrooms, because obviously something that Nerdy said, I believe at the beginning when we were at my place doing the Before Thoughts, he said that Kane Parsons created his short film on, what was it called?
I think it's like a website like where you create like animations, I guess, like through 3D animation.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Blender for people that don't know. That he created all the backroom stuff. It looked very real in that short film, but here where now he has a much bigger budget. Obviously A24, I don't know if they were the ones that gave him the budget or the production studios that did that, but they did a great job recreating the backrooms, but in real form, because obviously a lot of it was real, seemingly so. And God, it was just another good thing is just another thing besides the look of the backrooms. Obviously, we see briefly in, I think it's like a 9-10 minute short film, the original short film that this is based on. This film, just it's so kind of creative how each room, it's just the concept of the backrooms is really creepy and very strange in both ways, that when the characters go into another room, it's like, what are you going to expect? Like, you have no idea what's coming. It's like, is there something going to be there? Is it like there's stop signs and shit? Again, it's not really spoilery, but there's stop signs, there's like a whole stack of chairs and tables and shit, and then there's a swimming pool. Like all the wallpaper and stuff changes. It's just such a very strange, ambitious world. I don't know if Kane Parsons themselves, if Kane Parsons himself created, or if it was somebody else who made it up. But whoever created this concept is very cool and strange. So that's kind of the upside, the cinematography, the performances, the sound design, the concept of the backrooms and everything, which led on from the short film. just the way they shot it and everything and recreated it is very good. The things that I'm a bit iffy about is, again, the ambiguity of the story and where things went, and then obviously following up with the characters, and I don't know if I'm just real stupid, but it all got a bit confusing for me, and maybe I do need to delve into some more research and see what other people thought of the film. But for now, I'm a little bit confuddled with what I watched overall, but I really enjoyed the first half or so of the film. I was really, like, engrossed, I was focused, it was very interesting. So, for the first half, I was like, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's solid. But it all comes round to where it ends and how it wraps up. So, I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think. So 3.5 stars. I might correct myself in the edit. Maybe I'll have a different opinion or a change of rating. But I'm going to say 7 out of 10 for now. 3.5 stars. Very ambitious, like the film. But I think there's a lot more stuff here that's very interesting than the film. Because obviously there's so much more that they've explored here. But yeah, very, very interesting. Definitely have to think on this more. Again, have to look at other people's opinions, like people I subscribe to on YouTube. There's definitely ones that I'm very interested to see their thoughts. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret seeing this film at all. But yeah, it's very interesting. So I think that's it for me. So yeah, 7 out of 10, 3.5 stars. Passed on to NerdTube.
Okay. Now, once we got out of the cinema, like I got out with Ollie, I did say that this was going to be a very hard film to talk about. And I'm saying this is because, like, the entire film itself feels so, like, the definition of abstract or bizarre. And that is because, like, when you see most films, they often have a very, is it linear timeline? And it has, like, a story that you can understand and follow up with. This film doesn't do that. And I'm saying this because, like, the film feels so bizarre to the point where, like, you can't fully understand what's going on without, like, characters giving some intrusive exposition. Now, on to my positives. I liked the first hour of the film. So, like, I liked the first and second act. I thought they were good. They did do service. I liked the opening sequence. I loved how it kept the same style of the short film. Really good. It hooked us in. It established the threat. It established where the film's going to take place. Maybe how it is. Maybe some foreshadowing with, like, that seagull I noticed. And even the bag as well. I love the cinematography. It supports the film's abstract nature, especially, like, in very isolated areas. It makes it feel so much larger. It feels so claustrophobic and megalophobic. And I loved the entire set design. I thought they did an excellent job and everything. I think in this film, what was the director's name again? I forgot. Kane. I really like. I think Kane did, like, some of the sequences with Blender as well, if I remember correctly, because I did hear about it at some point. I enjoyed watching Kane. No, not Kane. Clark. I thought he was really good. He was. He did give us, like, some sympathetic qualities to him. I liked the psychiatrist. She was pretty fun. I liked her. Now, onto my next. Some of the characters make very stupid fucking decisions. Like, I really wish Clark would have picked up that bag in that one sequence when he first got into the back rooms and took the bag with him. I feel like that could have been like his way of proving to the psychiatrist that like the backrooms exist. I feel like that would have supported his theory. I think there was another point in the film where like he makes another stupid decision, wasn't it? I forgot what it was. Honestly, I just come out the cinema and I'm trying to gather all my thoughts together from how bizarre this film was. I didn't really care about all the characters, so I felt a bit indifferent to what happened to them, especially to like that sales assistant lady and her boyfriend. I felt very indifferent to what happened to them. Oh yeah, I forgot to add another positive. I liked how this film like had so much tension and so much shock horror from like its like sequences, especially like the way it uses its violence. It doesn't seem to hold itself back, and I really liked that. Now back to the mix. The pacing felt a bit off at some places. I'm saying that because I really wished we got to see more of the found footage stuff. I wish the film could have utilized that a bit more, instead of like using it like some average ass cinematography. Like, don't get me wrong, cinematography is like one of the best parts of the film, but like I wish they used more found footage to like make itself feel more like an adaptation of the original short film. Now, I also wasn't so sure about the third act, because the third act felt like it was trying to drag itself on by having a chase sequence. Like, there were some parts of the times where I felt like, oh shit, get the fuck out of there. Get your big ass out of there, lady. And then there was like the ambiguous ending, which is like, I couldn't understand what was like the ending of the film. But then again, like I said, the film's abstract. I'm sorry if I don't have a lot to say. Like, as I said before, the film's so hard to talk about. It might require me to have like a second viewing. It might do. Then I might have much different opinion. So like, for now, I'm gonna give this a 7. For now. Because like, I feel like that if I require myself to have a second watching, maybe I can be a bit more forgiving. But anyway, I think that's enough from me. No, I don't think I have any negatives, to be honest. I don't think this film did like have any negatives for myself personally. I just felt like the film was more mixed rather than negative or positive. I'm indifferent. I think I'm indifferent to this film, if I'm being honest. I think that's all I got. On to you.
So yeah, that's our afterthoughts again. If we've been very vague, apologies, but this film is one of those films where that requires a lot of thinking and research and, second opinions, I guess. But the word I was looking for when I was talking about it is abstract. It is very abstract. I mean, again, very interesting film. There's not really much else to really say, to be fair. But if you do like abstract films, if you were a fan of the short film, I would say go check it out. Maybe you guys that are watching maybe might get something more out of it than me and Nerdtube did, maybe. Or maybe you did understand the ending, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we're just thick as shit, I don't know. But maybe we just don't have that mentality of, seeing what Kane Parsons envisioned, I don't know. But again, maybe what Nerdtube said is maybe it requires a second viewing or third viewing or however many times it needs for you to know what maybe Kane was doing. Maybe there doesn't need to be an explanation of what the ending was, but sometimes when you watch a film's ending and you're like, what did I watch? And you still don't by the end of the day, it's a bit like, I don't know how I feel. So maybe there was a point to it, maybe there wasn't a point, I don't know. But I didn't regret going, of course, because again, get to hang out with Nerdtube.
Hell yeah, my jizz.
My jizz. So yeah, we're gonna go now and we're going to think about this film more and again do our research. But thanks for watching, guys. Next video, I don't know. Again, it's been very cool getting to do these videos in a short amount of time. We did Masters of the Universe with NerdTube, me and NerdTube, including Cameron. We did Masters of the Universe, then we did Disclosure Day, and now we're here with Backrooms. So who knows, maybe we'll be back sooner than expected again. I don't know, can't guarantee it, but so we'll have to see. I'll obviously update it on Instagram. If you're not followed us on Instagram yet, do consider it so that you are kept up to date with all the stuff that we have planned. But yeah, again, thanks you guys for watching, and we'll probably see you in the next video. Cheers.
Sayonara.